Once again, what's going on, everybody? Great day, great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever this live broadcast finds you. Hope that all is well with you. And if all is not well, may you find swift resolve. What's going on? Hope everybody had a good weekend and all that. Yeah, man, we're going to start. It's not we're going to, but we're starting a new fantastic week. All right, fantastic week. All right, for sure, for sure. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. DJ Mexican says GMGM. What's going on to you? Salute, DJ Mexican. Tin Top, Tin Top. Good day to Tin Top. Tin Top is everywhere. You're never there. What's happening, Tin Top? For sure, for sure. We out here. You know, the pump fake. That's the name of the title. That's the title of this stream. The pump fake. But first, we're gonna describe what I'm talking about in a few seconds. But there's some things that I sort of like discovered. I would say, right, as of late. Very interesting. Very interesting. Crypto money in the building. How are you? Yo, yo, crypto money. Hope all is well with you. For sure. For sure. But we're gonna discuss the title of this stream. All right. Because definitely came to a certain realization. And it's gonna tie in with a lot of things I've been talking about recently. You know? Let's play this clip.
Has there been any big names in crypto that have reached out to you to kind of figure out what's going on, or kind of get a heads up on that?
I'm happy for them to all buy the top. Buy the top, fuckers. VCs, you want in? You can buy with everybody else. You ain't getting nothing special. Influencers, you want in? Fuck you guys. You can miss this boat too. You can buy later. I'm happy if all this fucks miss the boat. If every influencer misses the boat and every VC misses the boat, fuck you guys. We don't need you. We do not need you. X didn't need you, and Pulse doesn't need you, because we can do all this stuff on our own. Let me put it this way. Think about how much money I have, and think about what I could do with that if I choose to. I have a lot of options available to me. So, I don't need any of these motherfuckers. I do not.
None.
So, a couple things come to mind. When I listen to that clip. That clip was, a couple years old. Of course, it's the founder, Pulse Chain, Hex, etc. He was asked a question, and he gave an answer regarding, why, or not why, but, how does he feel about, the crypto space, and investors, and I guess, content creators or quote unquote influencers, why they haven't taken to him. And he expressed himself. DJ Bomb, I see you. What's going on? Grand Rising, like they say. Good morning to everybody. He expressed himself. And said that he didn't need, right? He didn't need people to really support. He didn't need any VCs. quote unquote venture capitalists or maybe angel investors. He doesn't need any influencer. He doesn't need these people. He even said it. They weren't needed for Hex. He said they're not needed, certainly not needed for Pulse Chain. But it makes it makes me think about a lot that I'm gonna leave on this stream. I'm just gonna put it out there, put it on the stream, and keep it moving. Over the years, in the beginning of Hex until now, especially the first wave meaning since Hex launched to it reached its all-time high. I want to say to the fall of 2021. That's the first wave for me of believers. During that time, people would always in the community, outside the community, folks who don't really, I would always hear, how did the coin get pumped, right? How did Hex become so successful? Throughout the years, we heard things like, people doubting the presence of the OA and who owns the OA. J Everything, I see you. Who owns the OA, right? Where did the Ethereum go? Flush address, recycled ETH, etc., right? They would even go as far as to say Richard is the OA, right? He got the ETH, right? He would get on stream with influences of the past. One in particular, he was on stream with, they were talking about Hex early days, maybe a month or two after Hex launched. And while Richard was talking about the mechanics and they're both looking at charts, they were on the live stream. The guy who was sitting there with Richard just looked at the chart and just said, just pump it, man, just pump it. And Richard started laughing. Didn't claim anything, right? He didn't claim anything. He doesn't claim ownership of OA. He doesn't even claim what cryptos he holds. Claims nothing. They didn't discuss anything about where the ETH goes or anything, right? Over the years, I've heard myself, former Richard Heart supporters, diehard, quote unquote, appear to have been diehard Hexicans. I've heard them over the years up until to today say, oh, Hex pumped 10,000X was pumped because of Richard, right? This is what folks would say. They would say even now, for people who support Hex, who support Richard Heart coins, they call us Maxis, that we are waiting for Sac Daddy, short for Sacrifice Daddy, aka Richard Heart. We're waiting for him to pump the coins, to pump the market, to pump the token. This is what's being said, right? I've heard other community members who've since left Hex and did other things allude to the same thing. People who've been successful too, who got successful in the first wave, who are part of the first wave, say, oh, we're waiting for Sac Dad. Oh, oh no, this thing pumped because Richard did his Thug Thizzle. He did his thing, This was the understanding that the thing pumped because of him. Now, several years ago, when I first got into this space, right, I used to have this understanding, this belief for me, right, this belief, and think that If you have a good system, a good coin, and a system just as strong, if not stronger than the coin, that surrounds the coin, a token, and that this coin or token or whatever type of cryptocurrency this is so powerful, is going to bring great things to the world, right? In my mind, I was thinking, literally thinking, wait till the world catches on. Dr. Morey, I see you. Dr. D. Raj Morey in the building. I was thinking, wait till the world catches on. This is too nice. This is too beautiful. This is a beautiful system. This coin is too beautiful. It can't be ignored. It can't be dismissed. This thing is going to catch fire. Wait till the world finds out about this, right? Because my understanding was, I can't wait for everyone to know, and it's going to just take flight. Everyone to know about these coins. That's so great. That just helps people, right? Deal with money, balance your financial life out. Oh, this is a utility. All the great speech and talking points that we hear in crypto every day. This was my understanding in my earlier years, 17, 2009, 18, 19. I was thinking, if you have a good project, wait till the entire world finds out, because this project is so good, everyone can benefit. And this project right here, when the world finds out, right, the market will dictate what happens to the coin. The market will create price, will create volume organically, right? This is what I'm thinking, where the activity in the market will have a separate life of its own. This is what I used to think. This is what I used to believe. Until back then, I was dealing with like at least 3 different crypto communities at the same time. 3. Gambled with many tokens, many coins, but I paid attention to a few communities, right? And I paid close attention, because these are there's certain coins you favor versus everything else. So these 3 that I favor is before I got into Hex. I would watch moments where, when everything pumps, it's a hype phase. It's a cycle. Everybody's happy, this and that, excited, and you seeing the chart, the line going up, 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 up. Everybody making money, this and that. Oh yes, everything is good. Yes, yes, yes. This was back in the fall of 2017, where every single day you saw Bitcoin, your portfolio increase throughout the day for months into the end of the year of 2017. Started in like late August, and for a good 20 weeks daily, you saw your account bubble every day, increase throughout. It was especially November 2017 into the end of the year. Bananas. And I'm thinking, oh, this is incredible. This is crazy. This is crazy. After the hype cycle, when you're watching whatever coin you deal with, when everything dissipates, when the excitement fades, right? When the excitement fades and all the prices go down, so you're feeling the opposite of excitement. You're feeling a little bit of misery. You're feeling a little bit of frustration. You're feeling a little bit of, right, anxiety, etc., etc. And then the coins now, the volume decreases considerably. Prices go south. And now the activity is sort of sideways, right? It stays sideways for a while. well into like whatever. At this point, we in approaching the middle of 2018. Next thing you know, the same coin you dealing with, because you're in a Telegram group, you're in some kind of Discord group of the community that represents the coin and everything you believe in. You're hearing people say, okay, get ready for the next whatever, the next phase 2, phase 3 of excitement, huh? This next phase, also get prepared. So now they're already letting you know, without letting you know, they're getting ready to pump your coin again, right? And I'm watching this take place. I was watching this unfold, where it wasn't a thing where, a group of people throughout the world caught on to how powerful this project was, and they decided to just buy. And then that just sort of like was a domino effect in a natural way. No, it was a couple people planning, got together, decided to do something, create a strategy and a plan to create a pump, to create a hype, to create and generate excitement. This was manufactured, what I call a manufactured pump. It's happened, and it continues to happen all of the time in crypto. It was my sort of like naivete thinking, oh man, after a while, maybe after the first pump, maybe after the second pump, after the third manufactured pump, I had to question things now. I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. This thing doesn't have strength to work out on its own. You need somebody to create a contrived situation. Huh? I thought this coin was great. It is. It could be great on paper. It could be great on the code. But if people don't believe in it, it's worth zero. Folks are not going to buy it. They're not going to be interested, right? Right? It doesn't matter how good you talking about. It doesn't matter how close to perfect, if not perfect, a piece of technology is. If people don't care to use it, it has no value. That's just what we've seen. That is just what we've seen. Just because there's a lot of dead projects in the cryptocurrency industry, it doesn't mean that there were bad projects. It just means a lot of people, most of the people didn't care. Some of them were like that. Some projects that have since they still work, but when you lose the interest of the people, you can't hold the interest. You can't keep people from buying your token. You have a fundamental problem. Period. So I understood the hard way, looking through everything, watching these things go, looking as time goes by. Oh, people really do get together, and it could be one person, it could be two people, it could be a group of people, right? You have these occurrences where people want to manipulate markets, right? They market making, doing whatever it is, right? When they talk about Bitcoin, oh yeah, Bitcoin has a life of its own. Yeah, but yeah, a small group of people in the world own most of the Bitcoin. So these whales have powers to do whatever they want. At any point in time, historically, you see somebody move, let's say 100,000 Bitcoins from one wallet to another. That makes breaking news in certain cryptocurrency media outlets. They talk about that because people watch those wallets move. 100,000 BTC. That's not a small sea mammal, right? No. And that could create waves, right? We understand that. Okay. Here we are now. I just played the clip of Richard Hart. Right? What did he say in that clip? In fact, if people missed it, I'm going to play it again.
Has there been any big names in crypto that have reached out to you to kind of figure out what's going on, or you know, kind of get a heads up on that?
I'm happy for them to all buy the top. Buy the top, fuckers. VCs, you want in? You can buy with everybody else. You're going to get nothing special. Influencers, you want in? Fuck you guys. You can miss this boat too. You can buy later. I'm happy if all this fucks miss the boat. If every influencer misses a boat and every VC misses the boat, fuck you guys. We don't need you. We do not need you. X didn't need you, and Pulse doesn't need you, because we can do all this stuff on our own. Let me put it this way. Think about how much money I have, and think about what I could do with that if I choose to. I have a lot of options available to me. So, like, I don't need any of these motherfuckers. I do not.
No.
Okay? So think about this, right? He just said, think about this. Think about how much money I have in my proposal. It's not your money. Don't get scammed, man. In other words, what he's saying is he has the juice. He got the power. He got the influence. He has the resources. He could make things happen without making things happen by making things happen. Because, you know, everything is about no expectations. What does he say? Because all these people in this community, everybody waiting. Some people are smart enough not to say some certain things, but some people are also extremely stupid and ignorant. So they'll open their mouth and say some wild stuff, right? Like, oh, you just waiting for Sag Daddy to pump the market. Ha, 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 ha. Can't even prove that really he's done it. All you could do is allude, speculate, suspect, right? We get that. What I find interesting, and this is messed up. The first couple years of this whole situation, I was watching, right? I was watching as a non-believer for the first year, 100%. Then the second year changed. You know, I changed my opinions and blah blah blah. But I was watching how he helped a bunch of people become happy with their crypto gains and everything, right? And during that time, people say, "Oh yeah, it was him that did it. He's the one who did it, right?" He tells the world, "I don't work for you. You want to see something done, you do it." This is what he tells the world, right? Throughout the years, these same people that amassed this perceived wealth, where they become retired, they become financially independent, they didn't have to work anymore, all this good stuff. The same people will say, tell the second wave and the third wave of, you know, I would say the second generation after the first cycle, every other cycle is, you know, subsequent generation, the next wave of people like us and others, oh, Hex ain't gonna go back up from 99% down. You know, they're giving you this defeatist ideology. Oh, no, look, I'm letting you know now. It only went 10,000 because, you know, RH pumped it. You know, it's like, can you imagine? You know, only RH. Let me explain something to you. These people are so twisted. This is why I say a lot of them are extremely selfish, extremely greedy, extremely self-centered. They don't care about anything more than themselves. They don't care about some community. They got in. Some of the wrong people got to win. It is what it is. Some of the wrong people got lucky. Some of them did. I'm not going to say all, but some did. It's clear. It's evident. We're watching it because you're watching the subsequent effects of what took place here. Some people, when they win, they get in early. So early bird gets the worm. They get the most benefit, especially if they're able to stay long enough. Some people get in and they quit right away. But some people get in and they hold on, because that's one of the things that helps you become successful, right? When you hodl. If you can't hodl crypto, stay out of crypto. But they'll hold on and then have the benefit, I'm telling you, man, reap the benefits of a thing where you can't even prove, but you could perceive that you have a real benevolent will, not some fugazi nonsense of some weirdos, you know, that of this. We're gonna get to that in a second before I bounce. but you got a real some type of benevolent behemoth of a sea mammal that's looking out for the price, looking out for the community, making things happen. No one knows who owns it, blah, blah, and boom, out of 10,000 eggs. And it's not some god whale that just did the thing in the spring or early spring of 2020. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that one. Even, the biggest one, the largest presence in this ecosystem. That's what we're talking about, right? Okay. These folks are like, he the man telling you, he don't work for you. And they're like, oh, we just waiting for you to pump the back. Ignorant pieces of good for nothing, ungrateful people, man. Right? Because the technology could be A1, but if no one wants to buy it, right? If no one cares, it ain't gonna work. So what you gotta do? You gotta market. What you gotta do? You gotta create interest. What you gotta do? You basically gotta work and spread the word, right? People were doing that because this is brand new. This is also facing, everybody hated it. So that gave it a story too. It was like Leonidas, right? 300 versus everybody, right? Spartans. So that gave it its sort of like, it added to its story, its lore, its so validity, right? Like, yo, man, everybody's going against them. What's that about? And who became a victor? The 300. That's who became a victor. But since then, the members of the 300 defected. Members of the 300 looking at Leonidas like, yo, you're not pumping the bags no more. This is the reason why we mad at you. And since we mad at you because it was you that pumped the bags, I don't understand that. They're mad at the man because they're blaming him for blessing them. You're mad at the person. You're mad at the person that helped you receive an abundance to where you can improve your life financially. You're mad at that guy. Okay, make it make sense, right? What folks have done in a sneaky, clever way, because you got people, listen, man, you got people in here who've been listening, paying attention real close. Paying attention real close. They're watching, they're listening to the man, they're listening to those streams. They've seen clips of him saying these things. He doesn't need, Hex didn't need the world to participate for it to go 10,000x, huh? Right? Hex, in other words, Hex doesn't need the world to participate for Hex to be successful and Pulse Chain to be successful, huh? What do we keep hearing about? Some building, right? Right? How does he feel? How does RH feel about building? He don't care for the builders. Let's connect the thing. It's not about right or wrong. It's about what we have right here, right? We're not going to get into the building conversation right now, but we are in a certain way so I can land this Black Hawk that we flying in, right? Here we are. 2024. We got Pulse Chain, right? We have a DEX. We got opportunity and a lot of confusion, right? Okay. You had some people who paid attention to Richard, paid very close attention to what he was saying. How do I know that? It's because they have said it within this last 16 months. They've listened to him. They've been following him for X amount of time, X amount of years or whatever, length of time. And they would say, the reason why that they listened to Richard and this and that and that and this, then they were inspired to launch a token. Launch it where? Launch it on Pulse Chain. Because this is the thing. This is the thing. Some people have become enraged at Richard. Enraged because Hex hasn't recovered since September, let's say the fall. I want to say this to be fair. September, October, November, the fall of 2021. So it's been 3 years of nothing but down and to the right for Hex. People got into Hex in 2021 when Hex was reaching its all-time high, meaning they bought the top. A lot of people held and maybe gave up, but many people are pissed off because they didn't get a chance to ride that wave that the first generation of Hexicans rode, right? So they're upset, right? Some people listen to Richard to a point where they took his information, his knowledge, his teachings, used the pulse chain, applied what he taught, call it an experiment, call their coin launch an experiment, right? Like you're in a lab. Scared? No. Experiment is because you're scared. You don't know what's going to happen. It could blow up in your face and then be a witch hunt, an internet witch hunt after you. So you scared. Say experiment to be safe and because you scared, because it's about money. Oh no, this is an experiment. We're testing the variable. You're going to learn, for example, how to provide liquidity from Richard. Liquidity. Apply his principles of Hart's law with your liquidity testing and experiment providing with your coin launching. Right. Your coin and your experiment happens to catch fire. It happens to actually go on Pulse Chain 1 million X. Some as high as 2 million X. No BS. It's on the chain. Check this out. Right? But they don't have the capital. The money, the bread ain't there. You can't pull out what the charts are reflecting. That's just ratio, numbers, blah, blah, blah. But the math is mathing, right? Your coin went from dust to some kind of glory. 1 million X later, 10,000 X later, 5,000 X later, 2 million X later, right? So now, okay, it happened to work. They don't thank RH. Okay. It's not a RH coin, RH nothing, RH nada. Okay. But now you can see, oh man, this thing actually works. Oh, wow, this is that. Now they become these sort of like contenders. And I'm laughing for a reason. They become contenders, right? Oh, now, yes, now I can compete. I can compete. I can compete. Yes, fear me. I'm making my presence known. Fear me. Fear me. After 12 something months, X amount of months, you still want to be feared. You still want to be recognized. But you still had to deal with the same inorganic style of whatever coin launching, investing operation, blah, blah, blah. You had to create some kind of hype. You had to create something behind the scenes with your inside circle, with a few people here and there. And guess what? The world don't care about everything you got going on because the prices are just what they are after so long. Your chart went up 10 million X, a million, billion, whatever, quadrillion X. Yeah, but we understand what that is, right? Because the same amount of money that you're seeing on paper, you can't pull out. So it's wah, 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 wah. But I understand the fervor for some of them. I understand the disdain, the animosity they've built towards Richard, right? Because they did discover, like many of us have discovered, a lot of these Hexicans that in the beginning, they weren't about anything long term. They weren't about delaying anything. No, nothing. Delayed nothing. You see your account is worth $1 million. You start to sweat because you don't know when you're gonna see that $1 million again. Are you serious? You're gonna wait 15 years? This is how some of them thought. This is how they thought. It's too much for them, right? You want to talk about this is a game? It's the game theory. This is all a part of the game, and we've all been playing in it. We've all been playing in it. You looking at your account, it's a nice, handsome 6 figures, and even 7 figures. You don't have the wherewithal or the strength or even the commitment to yourself to say, "Oh no, I'm not gonna touch this, man. I'm going to let this just sit there and, matter of fact, ignore my wallet. No, people sold. They sold. They didn't just sell just by emergency end staking. They were trading. They were just buying liquid and holding, right? But pretending like they weren't, right? So a lot of people who came in wave 3, the second wave, second generation, you feel like, oh man, now you got all these people that got in early. They got big bags. What they're going to do is continuously sell over however long on everyone else who comes after them, right? That creates a certain level of disdain, animosity. You got to understand, people don't want to participate in a system like that. It doesn't matter how great the fucking token is. Excuse my language. Good morning. We all adults here. This is what we're doing. We're building. Really building, not some foolish nonsense that they're doing on Pulse Chain. Huh? Connecting thoughts, ideas, making things make sense. Don't matter how these coins, 5555, immutable code, no one buying it, no one cares. What they literally do is chase hype. They chase the hype. They chase the excitement. They chase the fervor. Bitcoin touches 100K, 125K anytime soon, people are going to dump what they have and chase that piece of trash. It's great. Yo, blessings to Bitcoin. If it wasn't for Bitcoin, we wouldn't be here today. Let me stop saying piece of trash, but we know it's clunky and it's not the best coin technology that exists today. A chain that, got rolled back once and the guy from BTC had to save it again. Come on, bro. BTC Cash, Bitcoin Cash, a developer had to save the chain in 17. Come on, bro. Don't matter how good the tech is, if people not buying it, folks won't care. Folks won't care. These people in this community that made their 10,000x, right? A meme coin, a stable coin, this coin, that coin, all these X's. Number one, okay, you figured some stuff out. Give credit to RH, because if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have bubbled the way you did, right? You wouldn't have bubbled the way you did, because if you could bubble, you got to thank Pulse Chain for being what it is, for you to have amassed all those multiples. Would you have done it on these other chains, some Avalanche, some Matic? Would you have done it on Solana? Because a lot of y'all love Solana. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't think you would have done it. But you're not grateful. On multiple ways. You're just waiting for him to do the work for you. Meanwhile, we've been dealing with all this magical ideology about no expectations to avoid the scrutiny from the boogeyman. But y'all don't care because you're caught in your emotions. You get pissed off, right? You're so upset. You want to fight back. You can't stand him. And you can't stand maxis that are filled with conviction still. And to break us, in a way to break us, you want to say things like, oh, yeah, no, it's over for Hex. Hex can't do this no more. Because think about this, right? You're saying Hex can't go up for 1 penny, 99% down. There's no way it could go back up. Richard pumped the bags and all. If you're saying that, then you already double talking yourself. If RH pumped the bags, what makes you think if your nondescript coin went 1,000,000x on a new blockchain that's under his leadership, his purview, something he put out there, hired some developers to do the job, and here we are today. If your coin, your nondescript coin, in less than 15 months went 10,000x, nobody cared, 5,000x, and when I say nobody cared, y'all cared, but the world didn't. Just like Hex went 10,000x, the Hexagon cared, but the world didn't. The world didn't know, and the world didn't care. And like the man said, he doesn't need the world to make sure these things pump. So you saying all this, you think it's a wrap for Pulse Chain? It's his chain that your coin did a 10,000 or whatever X, You think it's a wrap for Pulse X? It's his chain, it's his These people, they don't connect the dots properly, right? Their thoughts are not linear in a sense where they're presenting sort of like clear patterns and waves of reasoning. It's just not that. It's absent. These people they allow their feelings to throw you off. They allow their feelings. Meanwhile, we're looking at information that's occurred. We're looking at almost 100% factual information. A certain amount of it is speculation, especially with who owns this, who does that. You can't prove much. But I'm watching certain things and behaviors of these people in this market. It makes me question so much. Like, oh man, you guys, man, you this hurt. This is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. You want to prove that you're right? You want to prove that you can compete? Yeah. I mean, the man just said, how much money you think he has? He didn't say it. He'll never say it. He never says what he holds. He never claimed any ownership of anything. And y'all get so whatever. You're like, yeah, but we already know. Wink, wink. This is the guy who's doing this. And if that's the guy that's doing this, and this is the guy that's doing that, and you learn what you learned from him, what do you think is going to happen eventually at some point? You think it's a wrap? You think it's over? No, but it's because you guys want instant, because you saw something, you did an experiment, and it gave you instant rewards. Instant. You saw something, and then within 3-4 months, you saw 10,000x. But it wasn't the coins you expected. But you still saw the 10,000. Yeah, 10,000. 1,000,000x. Oh my good, 2,000,000x. Yeah. And then what? Who's rich off your 2,000,000x? Who's rich? But you're not talking about that. These X's and market caps don't match. Like the X's, the liquidity and market cap don't match. That's the part people miss often. They miss that often, right? You see all this big market cap, market cap. But then when you try to take your money out, you can't. Only a few will be able to take something close to their value that they're watching on some kind of computer dashboard, and everyone else won't. Because they got to it early before everybody else. It's that thing again about early bird gets the worm, and everyone else suffers. Some type of weird zero-sum situation taking place here too. So it is what it is, man. A lot of people, they're not being genuine. They're not being genuine with themselves, right? They want to see everything happen. The man said it. I don't work for you. You want to see something done, you do it. It's not your money. Don't get scammed, man. I'm the giving tree. You talk about that giving tree. A lot of people have been given a lot. A lot of people have been given. Been consistently being given. Off of his work. Straight like that. And you know what's crazy too? A lot of people are scared. I'm going to tell you why people are scared to death. This is why many people have expressed displeasure. Great displeasure. We've seen it all year. People upset that Richard hasn't been streaming anymore. They're scared. I'm going to tell you. Figure, like, really, before I even say it, because I'm always talking, like, well, you think they're scared? Why do you think people are upset, emotional, pissed off, and I even say scared that Richard hasn't been streaming? He got them in a bag. He got y'all in a certain thing, psychological hold that's wild. And tell y'all. Okay. If you really believe that the 10,000x was thanks to RH himself, If he's not present, if you believe, listen. If you believe the previous 10,000x all-time high was thanks to RH. Okay. If he's not present, you're going to be mad. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be anxious. You're going to be scared. Yeah. And that's what people have shown on the timeline. They're worried. They're upset. They're angry. The whole year or plus. Pissed off that he's not around. Right? So leaders got desperate. Even the ones that got millions of dollars in Sacramento, they got desperate because they can't do what they think RH can do. This is the realest. I'm telling you what, listen, man. Yo, man, you don't have to, it's not about liking me, man. It's about understanding the situation for what it is. It's about understanding, looking at the information for what it is. I don't do this for popularity, folks. They're scared because they still haven't been able to yield anything close to what RH has been able to do. You heard what the man, he don't need y'all. Not y'all as in like my viewers. He don't need VCs. He don't need influencers. He told you if it was up to him, he wouldn't have anything built on Pulse Chain. Like, what is that? Yo, like he's on a different type of time, different understanding. Like people just they resist. They pick and choose what's convenient and suits their needs, and everything else they dispel and dismiss. And I don't know why folks continuously do that when they find themselves consistently in the same position. Like, yo, you can't do what he's done. Respect it. Respect what he, and play your role. Fall back. Fall in line. Yeah, they're scared. They don't know when they're going to see another 10,000x the way he's done it. People already saw 2 million X. Are they rich? People already saw 1 million X on this chain, yo. 2 million X, not RH coins. Are they rich? It's just what it is. Are they rich? Are they rich? Huh? No. No. Because we're here to make bread. We're here to make money. You talking about these huge X's, all this X million X. This is what we came here for. It's just not, it hasn't happened to the coins that we thought it would happen with. But everybody waiting. But most people are scared. Because the boogeyman put the legal cloud over Pulse Chain too. So people using that as an excuse to be even more pissed off. And they take things in their own hands and create their own, ecosystem, sub-community, subculture on the chain, and this and that. I guess to buy time. Some don't want to work. So they work by grifting, literally, thinking of clever ways to create launches so that they can have their lifestyles, right, met, their needs met, their lifestyle supported seriously, 100%. You see it, you've seen it, right? Some people trying to maybe even do things with their best intentions, do the right thing here and there. But overall, none of them can do what Richard Heart is. Collectively, we've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen it. People watching, they've been watching this man, this 170,000 ETH narrative since when? Since March, April, whenever, March. Since the local high for ETH this year, they've been watching 170K ETH, 170,000 ETH. Yo, he bought the top. Oh man, it's down 50-60%. What is he doing? This and that. They've been watching because no one else in the community can do it like dude is doing. Like how he's no one All these non-believers came and had been talking all this crap about him, all this crap. Last week with the updates for the stable swap, man, their tunes have changed. Their tunes have, oh, this was very good. It's a good thing we got the stable swap. A week before that, it was RH, Pulse Chain is a failure. You know, RH is the Sag Daddy. Y'all all miserable because you waiting for Sag Daddy to pump the market. This is the... Oh, these people are incredible. Y'all are funny too, man. Y'all are funny. Yeah, this whole thing is just entertainment. Sorted entertainment while we wait for the market to unfold the way that some of us are expecting. For sure, that's what we're waiting for. Things to unfold in a certain way that we're all expecting. Right? I think it's going to take a very long time before we'll see anything organic, if that even exists. I don't even think that exists in crypto. Organic pumps and volume and market activity like organic. I don't know. I don't think that natural market. I don't think that even. That's probably a complete misnomer. That's probably absent in crypto. I've yet to see it. Maybe because as an industry, we're still relatively young. Maybe that's going to happen in a few decades from now, where things will take a life of its own. But right now, nah. It ain't happening. And the efforts that the community has done, right? Yes, tried hard, tried to do a lot of things to grab the attention of the people, and it's yielded not so favorable results. Meager results. It's like consistently running real hard at full speed, but you in a maze. You stuck in a spinning wheel, running real hard, but you running in place. You're not going anywhere. That's how it feels. That's how it's felt. Like just by the entire community wide, all kinds of stuff. Whether it's like internal debates, fighting, breaking news about new projects or new this, and then grifts after grifts and scams after scams, and this and that and this, and Pulse Chain this and Richard Hart, and how's the case looking, and how's it gonna look, the turnout, blah blah, all this stuff, all this noise. The dude has a movie in his likeness. All these meetups, international functions and tours and all that. And we still, it's like we literally hitting a glass ceiling. Like, man. All right. And some people are pissed off. I get it, man. Because listen, you're going to have folks that are going to continuously sell on everybody. Like, that's why I'm like, people are just looking at it differently now. They're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the second wave of Hexicans understand Hex better than the first wave. I don't know if it's vice versa. I don't know what it is. But what you have to understand is also the bigger picture. It's not even about the token. It's not even about Hex. It's about what can bring people the most money. That's all. They don't care about the actual coins. They're thinking about which coin can bring them the most money. It's about gambling. That's why you're always going to have things, ebbs and flows. People are talking about other communities right now that, have been dead in the water for the past 6 months, right? They started the year real strong. They've been dead in the water for the past 6 months. And now there's a resurgence again. Why? Because of cycles within cycles within cycles. This is what you find here. You find this a lot. I know people struggle with that as far as, loyalty. There's no loyalty in this. There's no loyalty. It's you and whatever you decide to do, right? And be good with that. And the world doesn't have to really know what you're about. But in some cases, it's important to separate yourself from riffraff, separate yourself from trash. Because when trash becomes trash, you become a part of that, if that's what you supported. And it's crazy on the internet because people are weird. You don't know who's watching you. And then crypto is even weirder than that, right? Because you do something crazy in crypto, people will not let you live that down because it's on the internet and it's dealing with money. It's dealing with money. The man said it, man. The man said it best. I'm going to play it one more time. One more time.
Has there been any big names in crypto that have reached out to you to kind of figure out what's going on, or you know, kind of get a heads up on that?
I'm happy for them to all buy the top. Buy the top, fuckers. VCs, you want in? You can buy with everybody else. You ain't getting nothing special. Influencers, you want in? Fuck you guys. You can miss this boat too. You can buy later. I'm happy if all this fucks miss the boat. If every influencer misses the boat and every VC misses the boat, fuck you guys. We don't need you. We do not need you. X didn't need you, and Pulse doesn't need you, because we can do all this stuff on our own. Let me put it this way. Think about how much money I have, and think about what I could do with that if I choose to. I have a lot of options available to me. So, like, I don't need any of these motherfuckers. I do not.
No.
I mean, hello. Oh, man. I don't know, man. Let me say what's up to y'all. Hexander, what's going on? What's going on? Appreciate the support, Hexander. Appreciate that. AR Hex Builder in the building with the fire emojis. Academaciated, what's going on? Good morning to you. Ten Top says, what's up to Diraj Mori, Dr. Mori. Dr. Mori said, Irish knows, don't get high on your own supply. Yeah, for sure. I said John Wick style, for sure. I said he put text with a pencil of effing. I hear you. Oh yeah, and I heard something else even weirder than that too, man. Like something. One day I'll say what I heard before about the beginnings of, the history. And when he was asked that, I was there. They asked him, they were like, we can't imagine you did this with that. And he didn't deny it, or he didn't agree or deny. And Ernie Savage in the building, what's going on? Movie Club 4K says no sound. Y'all can't hear me? Maybe you could now, but Hexagon lost in Asia, what's going on? Dr. Moore says the big banks own BTC now. Antithesis of what it was meant for. 100%. Central banks, the banks, corporations, governments own it. Something that was meant for the people to own, they own. It's crazy. He said that's why. Well, hey, I understand, because I'm blocked too by a lot of people, and it doesn't matter to me because, for example, we've seen constant complaining over the timeline, right? It's because everyone deals with things differently, man. Like, they don't understand, they don't understand how hard it is to hold cryptocurrency long term. Just simply holding it for a long period of time is a difficult thing to do, right? All the other variables involved, man, it makes it that much more exponentially more difficult. So you're going to see people just express themselves, get emotional, practically cry on social media. And sometimes it's off-putting, because I'm saying to myself, you can't handle this, get out. Like, don't do this. Why are you doing this to yourself? Right? Why? This isn't for everybody. Even though it's for everybody, it's not for everybody. People can't handle this. People can't barely handling money. People could barely handling their money day to day. You think they're gonna be able to handle crypto? Investing? Nah. Risk? The risk here, the risk you find here, people can barely handle their day-to-day living, dealing with money. Forget about crypto. There's no way. No way. No way. Dr. Morris says early worm gets eaten. For sure. Early bird gets the worm. Early worm gets eaten. For sure. Tell 7, what's going on? Mexican Lost in Asia says, caught the live tonight. About to go to the. Man, my glasses, man. Oh, I don't know what that says. The party up tonight. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome, man. Thanks for showing support. Thanks for showing support. Mexican Lost in Asia. Salute. Says Wonder. Oh, DJ and Hexagon said you can hear us. Okay. Oh, the Gagos party. Okay, have fun. Have fun. I'm gonna act like I know what it is, but have fun though, man. Be safe, enjoy yourself, 100%. 100%, But yeah, that's what folks came to mind when I saw that clip. I saw that clip of Richard Hart talking, circulating over the weekend. I said to myself, yeah, I gotta, yeah, this is making me think about a few things, and I'm definitely gonna talk about it. Yeah, it's relative for what it's worth. But good people, that's it, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe, be healthy, be well, be vigilant. Crypto Wonder, I'm out. Peace.